All right, my friends, welcome back. We do have some very important Instagram updates that are actually nice to have if you're on the platform for just some fun and just for the sake of it. But if you take your social media game seriously, it's an absolute must, my friends, to get accustomed to this. We're talking about analytics, learning how to read your analytics, learn to how to optimize your content based on the analytics that the platform gives you. And there you go, I just gave you the best strategy out there to grow your Instagram and to actually grow any of your social media platforms. And that's actually a big part of my premium program, the Instagram Black File. Learning how to read your analytics, learning how to optimize this whole thing. And also we're talking about this very thing in my brand new free training that's linked down below, Instagram Insider Secrets. I'll basically walk you through creating your own Instagram strategy to grow with ways that we've never actually talked about before here, because the game's changed, but you probably know that. Anyway, unless you've been sleeping, for example, behind a couch or somewhere, you probably noticed that Reels, the TikTok clone, is actually the hot topic right now in terms of social media, in terms of Instagram actually, because they have their own unique algorithm, a newly designed algorithm, as the head of Instagram told us, that's actually designed to, push out smaller creators to grow. Isn't that great? And up until now, this whole game, even though it was nice and fun, we didn't have any analytics, so it was just kind of like a shot in the dark. Just did some things, some things worked, sometimes it didn't work. We don't know why, but these things change, my friends, because Instagram rolled out analytics, not just for Reels, but also for Instagram Live. And some basic analytic changes that are happening. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at Instagram Creators, which is the official creator account, what they say about these analytics. By the way, if I'm being honest with you, I don't like the way these things are designed on their creator account. I just don't like it. Let me know in the comments what you say, but I get it. It's a special style, it's a unique style, and okay, but I just don't like it. Anyway, they say, well, we're excited to introduce insights for Reels, Live, and Reach to help you make the most out of your content strategy and better understand your reach. Great, because we've been wondering about these things. We've been waiting for this, like Nina Marie Danielle with 3 first names likes to say, but it's actually true. So first of all, Reels Insights, the most important thing, because we have not had that before. So what can we see? And by the way, right in a second, I'm gonna whip out my phone and show you hands-on some experiments that I did with some Reels Insights. So, keep watching, I guess. But basically, this is how it looks like. You can see the accounts that you've reached and the plays that you had, and then the real interactions, the likes, the comments, the shares, the saves. Right, they're so far so good, but at the first glance, I can actually tell you something that I'm missing, something that I've actually wanted to see on these insights, which is some sort of percentage retention graph like they have on the other thing, IGTV. That's kind of, nobody uses this anymore, it seems like. But in my opinion, this would be the most important metric, but they didn't include that. Don't ask me why, I hope they will. But it's still really interesting to see how these two metrics play together. And this is something I've talked about before, obviously, here on this channel. Talking about accounts reached versus plays. And here's the thing, apparently, and this was always my guess based upon analyzing, for example, in our marketing agency, Reels that actually perform way better than the others. You want to create Reels that are played more than once by each individual user, watcher. In this case, as you can see here, 8,000 accounts reached, but 12,000 plays, which means 8, 16, well, not quite twice, but at least this specific Reels was watched more than once on average by all of the people. And obviously, this is what you want to shoot for. Other things being likes, comments, obviously, shares, and saves. There you go. Here's the thing, likes are actually not really important anymore, in my opinion. Especially on Reels, people don't really like to like anymore, or don't like as much as they usually would on a regular feed post. Comments, more important, but shares and saves, this is where the magic's at. If you have a Reels that you can see, well, this has a lot of saves, for example, you might want to create more Reels like that. This is what they say again, which I just hate the way that it doesn't look good. So the other things that I have are live insights. And basically, you can say the comments while you were live, the shares that you've had, another thing that might be interesting. But one thing that's very interesting and something that we've had, for example, on Twitch and here on YouTube, the peak concurrent viewers, kind of tracking how well your live stream actually performs and how many people are actually interested in it. Also, the accounts reached. And this is kind of a tip, that I usually just drop to my students. But if you go live, you're gonna get pushed your story bubble is gonna get pushed forward to all of your followers basically, or most of your followers, or more to basically more of your followers than usual. Ideally all of your followers. So this number is kind of like the potential of maximum story views that you could get. So try to schedule a live stream every once in a while and try to take a look at this metric. If this metric is changing or not, and also try to play around with your story strategy and kind of track whether this number is changing in a significant kind of way. All right? Is that too much for you right now? Well, come to the free training down below. We're going to talk about these things, and obviously in the black file, we're going to have some discussions about this. Now, the last thing that they've talked about is, I guess it's the last thing. Oh, stop it here. I have to go back. The last thing that I've had here, can I stop this, is some changes in the accounts reach tab inside your analytics. Basically, you can see how many of your followers saw your post versus how many of your non-followers saw your post. This is something that we've had on YouTube as of recently as well. So very interesting to see. And also, they show you content type based on reach. So you can see, well, Reels, obviously in this case, and this is kind of like a wink from them, a hint, focus on Reels, but not just Reels, all right? We're gonna make a video, why not just Reels? But you can see, well, which of my content actually performed the best based on reach. So you can kind of optimize to maximize your reach. And then you can see your top performing content in there. For example, top posts, IGTV videos, which are doing pretty well for her, I guess. And they kind of want to show more transparency into who you've reached and how you've reached them, right? Because people were actually pissed about these things, because we never know where and how and why we're reaching those people and what to do about it. Now, finally, we have it. Now, here's the thing. It's not available for everybody yet, contrary to what they're saying, because they're like, oh, we've rolled it out. Because if I go to my personal profile, here we go, search this account and give it a like, just so you know, then you got a special for me. If I go to my insights on my personal account, which has, I don't even know, 38,000 followers, and is very old, nothing's changed. There's no Reels tab, there's no new audience tab in terms of reach. It's still the old analytics that we've grown to hate. However, I've remembered I did have some other accounts. For example, from the one video that probably a lot of you have seen, actually the account of my 14-year-old MySpace self called Bob Sacramento, who looks for me for the Instagram algorithm like a spam profile or just like a bot profile, because first of all, I don't really put out content. The last content that I put out was December 20. I don't log on regularly. I do have 158 followers, which are actually, most of them are fake, of this Fiverr gig, that we tried out for this video. We've had 2,000 followers or something like this, all of which were fake. Now, still, most of them are fake. We're losing a lot of followers, but here you go. I checked it out. If we take a look at the latest Reels that I've made specifically for this video, the insights are there. Now, here's the thing. I liked it myself. I saved it myself. I shared it myself just to mess with these stats and try to see what's up with it. And as we can see, we have 15 accounts reached. Some of them actually played it twice, which is actually not so bad, even though we don't have a lot of reach. We have a like, which is my own like. We have saves, which is my own save, because it's tracked. And we have shares, which is not tracked because of this European BS, I guess, what's going on. And here's the other interesting thing that you might wonder. If I go into my regular insights, those are still the old insights. So it seems like not all parts of those insights are being sent out to all of the users. So here's the thing, if you don't have this feature yet, you just gotta wait. You just gotta wait it out, enjoy it while you still have the old things. Yeah, it makes no sense, but yeah. But needless to say, I still feel there's a lot of room for improvement for these insights, especially the Reels insights, like I said. It's still kind of a shot in the dark. If we had some sort of retention graph based on, like we have on YouTube, for example, this could change the game pretty much, because then we could optimize and actually analyze each individual second of the Reels to see what actually performs better or not. So what do you think about that? Do you already have this new thing? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in a few days. My name's Dominik. That was a fast ending. Bye.